This little town of Paia out to Hana. Hana's only about a third of the way through our trip. Very curvy, windy, dangerous road. 54 one-lane bridges.
Wow.
And the whole day is going to be very windy. Does anybody in here get motion sickness?
Me.
All right, right behind me.
She's all right.
I have patches and I have the little wristbands, so we'll see.
You'll be fine.
Ginger pills.
I didn't bring those.
Oh, you came prepared.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine. It is really windy today, but there's a few things I do to help you guys from getting motion sickness. The colder you are, the less you feel this road in your stomach, the less you feel this road. So this is Ho'okipa right out here in front of us. This is the bay that we get 40-foot waves out in. If you guys come out to this beach right here, on the far end of the beach, there's always huge Hawaiian green sea turtles up on the sand up there. You can go out there and see the turtles. You're supposed to stay 10 feet away from them, but that's close enough where you can get some really good pictures of them. They are an endangered species, you guys. This is what we'll keep us.
I see them, yeah.
You get 5 or 6 surfing competitions out here a year. At all of our stops, we're going to be making a lot of stops throughout the day. We're going to be going out to parks for 15 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, depending on what's going on out there. There's also going to be some spots where I just pull over. Something that get out here anyway and you just can't control, and there's millions of them. We do have mosquitoes out here. We have cockroaches. We have termites. Stuff that you can't really control that is out here that just get everywhere anyway. So although we do find a snake out here, see all the time, every day people are moving out here. They get married and they're like, babe, let's just live out here. It's paradise. It's perfect. So they go home, they sell all their stuff, they pack their bags, and they move out of here. It doesn't take long for them to get island fever. They find out how ridiculously expensive it is to live out here. I think I save a lot of relationships doing this job. This is the divorce highway. You guys know how to tell the difference between a local car and a rental car? The barcodes on the back side of the windows. We'll be looking for that later on. See on the backside windows right there? Little barcode?
Yep. Is that one that guy punched our rental car yesterday?
Probably.
What was that?
Some guy punched our rental car yesterday.
Parked at a Walgreens. She was inside. I was sitting in the car, and he just walked by. He just smacked the back of the car as hard as he could. I think it was. I don't know if he was trying to open the trunk or what.
Out here? On Maui?
On Oahu.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, when you're out here staying in the hotels or on the cruise ship, everybody is extremely nice to you. There isn't a better place on earth to be out here. But when you live here, it's a little different. We do have some people that don't like the tourism industry. They don't work around it. They don't live around it. They don't have family that deal with it. They don't like the traffic that it causes and all that stuff. So they don't really care for the tourism industry very much. But most of the people out here, you guys are putting food on their table, and they love you guys. So it's unfortunate that we do have people like that out there. I apologize for that. But don't get the wrong idea, because we're not all like that. Out here on Maui, you're going to have a great time. Driving around, parking a car anywhere, it's not going to happen over here on Oahu. But until they really get what they're going to do figured out and started, we needed to leave the sugar cane out there. I'll tell you guys more about the sugar cane right now. And put it through a tunnel and take it out to the valley. 17 miles of canal, only 3 miles of it is above ground. Most of that 3 miles is flumes to carry the water across the valleys. Just small little sections of it, small as possible, is above ground canal and diversion line. You can see the bamboo up above it. It's Chinese bamboo. They brought this out as a filter system for the mountainside. You can see this little landslide here in front of us that happens about a week and a half. Stuff like that. These here aren't all that colorful right now. It all depends on the humidity and the conditions out here. There's a couple here on the right also. But if you guys want to get up and take pictures out on the left side, we're going to see some more that are quite a bit more colorful later on. These are just the first ones that we get to. And I'm going to pull over up here in just a couple hundred yards. Chinese bamboo. That is one of the fastest growing things on earth. They can grow up to 18 inches a day.
Oh man.
It's 3/4 of an inch an hour. You can literally watch this stuff grow. It grows really. If it wasn't for these trade winds, these islands would just be a dry desert area, and it wouldn't be nice to come out here at all.
Oh man.
Can't tell you how many people I've had on my bus. Every time they go to sit down, they just cry, and the whole backside is just toast for being out there chasing turtles too long and not reapplying their sunscreen. Make sure you wear your sunscreen. And please, try and make an effort to get reef-safe sunscreen. It makes a huge difference. Reef-safe sunscreen is biodegradable. It breaks down out there in the ocean. It doesn't clog up and harm the reef and the coral. Reef-safe sunscreen. That other sunscreen, no, that's iron. It's our only naturally occurring metal we have out here in islands is iron. Lots of iron in the rocks. It was reliable. It wouldn't soak up the salt water, being out there on the ocean for 3 months at a time. And it wouldn't crack. This is a little landslide that happens in the base again. Just a little bit of dirt coming down. Dry, but it's helped out a lot. I hardly ever get to the even little kids. Little kids are the worst.
Yep.
So here to the left we have a bay called Honolulu Bay. And usually it has very clear water, but because of all this rain that we've had the last couple of weeks, it's brought some mud and some dirt down the mountainside into the ocean. And we have pretty big waves today too. So it's not as clear as it usually is, but there'd be this guy standing up on the rocky point on the other side looking down into this bay for schools of fish. Sharks would come into this bay and school these fish up into a tight ball, and you'd be able to see it from up on top. Whenever he spotted a school of fish, he would signal down to his friends in a canoe, and they would paddle over there, and they would wrap their fishing nets around the school of fish and collect them all, bring them up into the canoe. Whenever they collected all these fish, they would actually take a couple of these fish and throw them out to the sharks to say thanks for helping them collect these fish. So all that came crashing down. This little landslide came crashing down about a week ago. Just a little one, barely covered one side of the road. And right around the corner, all this came crashing down with the same big storm a little over a year ago. All this. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
All this came down. The road was closed for like 8 hours. They just came out with a bunch of tractors and bulldozers and pushed all the rocks and dirt and everything off the side of the mountain. Alright, so that's our next stop right out there by those big waves.
How big those waves get. Those big waves.
Wai kapu no ai luku no ai e kaura na na vai e ha e like mali o ai e ka makani kili o na vai kaura na ia o ai ike ana i kanani o Maui ke pani mai a o ia ke kokolo ana e kale puna ke huki vai
Even if you did bring a rope or something to get back out, if you happen to be caught in a flash flood, you'll be washed over that waterfall all the way out to the ocean, and it's happened a few times. So I'll show you guys this little pool up here on the right, and then we'll get to see some beautiful pictures of that waterfall. Waterfall coming up here on the left. Right. Oh, this guy's gonna go. Right out here to the left.
There you go, Barry.
Get it?
Yeah.
I mean, we do need like a tunnel or something to fix that highway pretty bad, but as soon as we do that, then this island is just going to go crazy. It's going to turn into Oahu really fast. It would be really nice to have a tunnel through that mountain. Really. Especially during whale season, it'll take 3 hours, over 3 hours to get from your ship out to Lahaina, when normally it would take about an hour. Everybody's just out taking pictures out of their car while they're driving. Slows traffic down really bad. So underneath this bridge, there's another wall down there. It's part of the canal system. It blocks the water naturally coming down this mountainside, puts it through a tunnel here in front of us, takes it out to the valley for the swimming pool. All this was made within 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Grows in macadamia.
Yeah. Macadamia nut farm, yeah.
So all these trees out here that look like they're dead, they're not really dead, they're just in a dormant state. These are rose apple or mountain apple trees. Whenever they produce fruit, the fruit falls to the ground and it changes the pH balance of the soil around us, and nothing else can grow. And that's not good to have bare soil out here where nothing can grow. So instead of killing these trees and pulling them out, that also creates a bare spot. They introduced a rust mites into these trees and put it in a dormant state, so it just barely grows enough leaves out the end of the branches to where it can survive, but it's not going to produce any fruit anymore. And eventually, nature's going to take its course and it's going to rot away, and we won't have these trees out here anymore doing that. But that's why they don't have any branches. I mean, any leaves. We're making our way up the Wainapa State Park.
It's on my phone. Sorry. My phone. Video now. Get that monster. It's December.
You guys pretty happy you didn't drive this yourself?
Yes.
Yes, ecstatic.
You guys are still together, right?
Yeah. I think all the highways on Oahu are divorce highways.
The interstate's hard.
Too much window time. Yeah, we get pretty bad traffic out here too. It's getting worse by the day. It's still a lot better than Oahu. Oahu's great. They have everything over there. They have water parks and all kinds of stuff over there. It's kind of sad watching TV out there, seeing commercials for all the amazing restaurants and stores they have over on Oahu. While we're sitting over here. There's some nice stores and restaurants. Not like over there. They are really good. Each island is different. There's the entrance. Now, if you're not all that into golf, you can come down to the Great Wall of Ohe'o.
She gonna grow her own organic beef.
I don't think so. I think she bought it with a promise to the town of Hana. She said it's too beautiful. Nobody's ever going to build anything on this island.
Oh, okay.
So it's mostly to give money to this side of the island, to the island itself. And once you get a certain amount of money, you got to start investing it or spending it. Otherwise, you lose more in taxes.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about those problems. Down right away, you guys. And no, this is not the dotted line. It's more like what the road used to be, though, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just go straight down. We do have a quick picture spot coming up on the left side of the bus up here. Gotta make sure it's safe somewhat. Oh, all right. Pictures to the left. You guys on the right, you can stand up there.
Get it, Mary.
I got it.
That is gorgeous.
Just gonna roll real slow so you guys can get that tree out of the way. Alright. Let you guys hear it real quick.
Thank you for that. Wow.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
Alright, you guys, we'll stop. I'll let you guys. Real quick, and this is about level with where I'm going to drop you guys off. So once you look to the left, see you guys want to hike all the way down there to the bottom where those people are. You guys want to hike that far?
No.
Alright, so no hikers? Well, you guys went around for a half hour then. the Hui Aloha Church here to the left. It's a church they put out here for the Panielos. It's not in service anymore, but they do maintain it. Otherwise it's just going to fall apart with the salty air and the wind. The Hui Aloha Church. Now we're starting to get into ranchy area back here. You're going to see a lot of peepee back here. It's a lot different. We're definitely not in the rainforest anymore. In fact, already, this whole area used to be just dry and brown. 97% of the year, it's just all dry and brown already. All the grass and everything back here. Well, we have had that rain the last couple of weeks that have brought moisture to the whole island. Turned everything bright green, let it grow as fast as it can until eventually it runs out of water and goes into a dry, dormant state again. Waits for more rain.
Be a good test for the gimbal.
A bad test for the gimbal to break it.
More bumps. Right up here. Hopefully there's water underneath it. There was yesterday. Hopefully there is today too. All this water, once it stops raining, this water runs out in just a few days. Let's see if there's water under here. Probably is. Oh, yeah. Alright, so look way up on the mountainside, you can see where it's coming from. There's one waterfall up there. Once we get up here a little bit further, we're going to see about 8 of them out there. Truck beds are real bumpy like that. So they had to repave and resurface, and they brought out a bunch of extra material and ran with it as far as they could. I have a feeling they're going to put more fans out there. One side of that island, pretty good until the early 70s. Hold on with that story. Watch how fast everything turns bright green. And covered in trees. It's over one little hill, you guys.
Wow.
So that island pretty good until the early 70s. Then the military said, you know what guys, we got some really big bombs, we're just going to blow the crap out of this thing. Why don't you guys get off? They kicked them off. They made them move out here to Maui, Lanai, and Molokai, the other surrounding islands, and live their lives out there so they could test their bombs on that island. They bombed that island hard. So hard it would shake and rattle the windows of the people living out here in Maui. So hard it cracked the water table inside the island so nothing can grow up anymore. Just a few trees up on the very top of it. If you look up on YouTube, Operation Sailor Time, they show video of them bombing that island. They would test 1 million pounds of TNT to try and simulate an atomic bomb, and they would park ships out there in the ocean and see what it would do to the ships. They bombed that island hard, all the way up until 93. And I said, all right, we're done bombing it. They set aside this $100 million cleanup project, and they started cleaning it up. We got about a quarter of the way through the island and ran out of money. I said, whoa, this is taking way too much money. Sorry guys, we're just not going to allow anybody to go out there anymore. We'll call it a bird sanctuary. So it's full of birds and bombs. So the polarized glasses might be able to see a little bit better. It's one of my highest recommendations to anybody spending any amount of time out here in the islands. Because the super strong UV rating, get some polarized glasses. Polarize everything. Polarize your cameras, polarize your GoPros, polarize your face.